Yo, what's up, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing representing the squad. And today I'm gonna go over an update on Metalfoes. I put a lot more engine cards in it, really. I changed it. I'm running the Mythical Beast now. I'm playing the Chrono. I'm playing the Majespecters. I'm just trying to make sure that no matter what, I'm always ending on Negates, regardless of what my hand is. And this build is pretty aggressive. It's also a lot more competitive than pure Metalfoes can be, and I actually like that. So if I was ever to play Metalfoes, for example, in a competitive environment, I believe that this would be the build that I would definitely take. I really like it a lot. It's pretty it's pretty control heavy, but it's like always been an aggressive deck, and this build in particular is very aggressive. Because like I don't want to give any of my opponents a turn at all. Like I really just want to OTK going second or set up a board that they can't break going first. And I think this build does that very well. So we'll start off with the Metalfoes. We have 3 Volt Flames. Very important because it's a level 7 so that you can go into your absolute Vortex place. And other than that, you know, he's pretty decent attack and defense. Then we have 3 Gold Driver the 1900 beater. It's pretty, it actually does matter that it's 19. It's pretty decent in the Trickstar matchup, of course. And then we have 3 Silvered. They all do the same thing. They're vanillas, but their scales have effects. So 3 Silvered, 3 Stillin, and 2 Bismal Gear. You have a lot more high scales than you have low scales in this deck, but that's why you put other engines in so that excuse me, my throat's kind of off. You put in under engines so that you'll have searchable low scales because you don't have a problem with getting your high scales in this deck. And me personally, I like the 2 Bismal Gears. I even was playing 3 at one point in time, and you don't choose to not play 3 because it can conflict. Because like Bismal Gear can actually be Pendulum summoned in this build because of Gate 0. So it doesn't even matter if you have 1 extra in your hand that you're not supposed to. But it's just like, if you're going to cut a Metalfoe, it's the easiest one to cut. I'd say like that. Because all the rest of them, they're like rabbit targets. And rabbit actually matters for, you know, 1 card Electro. So your 14 Metalfoes. And then we have the Wonder Pets. So for the Wonder Pets, we play 3 rabbits and 3 hamsters. Just your turbo cards. This card, Hamster, is actually insane. You get +2 off of this card. It can turn into Electrum, and then you add it off of Electrum, and then you add 2 Metalfoe scales that it's summoned from the deck, and you just get a plus off of that. And then continuing kind of just with like the turbo cards, we have 3 Master Cerberus. Master Cerberus is really dope. I like this card a lot. Particularly going second and particularly going against Trickstars. Banishing their monsters, it really does hurt them. They have very little Trickstar monsters. There's about 7. And Candina is what they rely on the most to get their engine. If you're able to banish an important monster like Lilybell, that can be the end of it. Then we have 2 Jackal Kings. Monster Negates are really good this format. Monsters and spells are pretty much predominant everywhere. So negating monsters and spells is really important. And Jackal King is very difficult for Trickstars to deal with because they can't beat over it unless they go into the extra deck, and Candina cannot resolve her effect. So I like the Jackal King in that matchup. It does help when you're able to negate Isolde and destroy it, because like now they need a follow-up or an extender. And for more turbo cards, we play 3 Chronograph and of course Time Gazer. So you have your 3, 6, 9, 12. So that's 12 turbo cards, but you play 3 more, so you have 15 Electrum turbo cards in this deck. Chronograph is really awesome. You loop it to make multiple Electrums if you need to. Otherwise, you're using it to make your Naruto or your pushes for OTKs going second. And then we play a Majespecter engine. I play 3 Bambukus. I was only going to play the 3 Bambukus, but it comes up sometimes being able to search the low scale. So I'm playing 1 Nekomata. Bambuku can actually search itself. It just adds any Majespecter monster if you read the card. So you can actually just play the 3 Bambukus and it will be fine. But for that one interaction where I actually needed the low scale, I decided to play the Nekomata because it is a searchable low scale and it doesn't restrict me from summoning anything specific. You could summon anything with that skill. So you've got your Chrono package, your Mythical Beast engine, the Rescue Pats, your Majespecters, and then you have the Darkwurm engine. Really good. It actually matters to play 2 Cheerios because you're going to be Pendulum summoning this from your hand and overlay it with the Volt Flame so that you can make Absolute and do your Vortex play. And you don't always have to link summon because you're playing a Metalfoe, so you can make Absolute and then just pop Absolute with the Metalfoe scale, set a spell or trap, and on a separate chain link special summon Vortex. And then we have 2 more engines. We have the Cleaforts, because Infinity is one of the strongest negators that have ever been invented, because he negates activations and he also negates the effects. Now, the effect, which that just specifies, even if the card's already face up on the field, Infinity can still negate it. Like a field spell that's using its effect while it's already activated. Or even a graveyard effect like a True Draco spell or trap. Or a Reincarnation's effect to banish and special. Infinity can basically negate anything. And that's why I find that Infinity is better than Vortex. But I feel that like the statistics kind of matter too, because Vortex is, you know, like a 3,000 booty. But Infinity Vortex is also a decent board that you can do pretty consistently. And then one more card. It's part of like the Dragon Shrine and the Foolish engine. You play the Destrudo, because oftentimes, like if you open up with both like Dragon Shrine and Foolish, you can't resolve both. And also at the same time, if you already have Darkwurm and you already have an Electrum Turbo card, you don't really need to send a second Darkwurm. So it's nice to have the option of Destrudo, because this card alone will turn into a negate, being Don Dragster. So you have like a lot of engine cards. You have Cleaforts, you know, Destrudo's an engine. The Darkwurm package is an engine. The Majespecters are an engine. The Mythical Beasts, of course, are an engine. The Wonder Pets are an engine. Chrono is just amazing. You play a lot of non-Metalfoes cards, but this is still a Metalfoes deck. Then we play 3 Summoner's Art. I like this card a lot because it's always a negate. No matter how you look at it, it's either going to assist you to make your absolute, or it's going to become the Infinity play. You're literally just going to play this, search your Scout, Scout search the Monolith, pop the Scout, then you could just Pendulum summon them out, make your Infinity right there. So Summoner's Art is amazing, and it also ups your Metalfoes count so that you can see them more consistently, because you only play 14 Metalfoes, but this makes it 17, and then the 2 Painful Decisions makes it 19. Yeah, 19 Metalfoes. That's a decent amount to me. That's perfect. You want to see at least 2 Metalfoes every single turn. And if not, 1 will suffice still, just so that you can get your Metalfoes fusion, or full Metalfoes if you have a setup, because Alkahest is actually pretty decent this format. Then we have 2 Dragon Shrines and 1 Foolish. These are either going to send your Darkwurm or your Destrudo. I don't really see anything else being relevant to send, but we also have the Metalfoes Fusion. Metalfoes Fusion is pretty good. I like it because it gives me that extra draw. So you get the draw off of Electrum and you get the draw off of this. So it allows you to kind of cycle and filter through your deck a lot more. And then we have the full Metalfoes. I think this one has more interactions than Metalfoes Fusion does. Just making Alkahest in your on your opponent's turn is pretty awesome. You can catch them off guard mid-combo. Even for a Goki player, you can actually shut their turn down and stop their combo. If you snatch their Firewall away, that would be pretty awesome. And then we only play 1 of each of the Metalfoes traps. So these are the 4 targets for the Metalfoes. I find that when you actually hard draw any of these, it's very, very like disappointing. It's not like a complete and total brick, because you can still do stuff with them, but I'd much rather just set them off of the Metalfoes. And like, I'd rather draw a scale than these. So I just decided to play 1 of each. You don't play Pot of Desires in this deck, so you're never going to banish these. And Mithrium can always put these back into the deck. Then for our extra deck, we play 2 Electromites. I find that you don't actually need more than 2, simply because Mithrium recycles any Metalfoes card. So 2 is perfect. And then we have Metaltron. I play Metaltron literally because I need to be able to Pendulum summon 3 from extra deck to make a lot of the better boards that I'm able to make. Then we have 3 Mithrium. Mithrium is just a grind game. This is how you last very, very long. And you kind of just, you can never really deck out with Mithrium, because if you send your scales to the graveyard, you can put Metalfoes and spells and traps back into your deck and just continue cycling through your engine and filter through the same 4 Metalfoes, spells, and traps. So it's really perfect, and it puts back your Electromites. We have 1 Orichalc. Orichalc and Mithrium are really good. Like, when you fuse using Mithrium and another Metalfoes to make Orichalc, combination will summon this back from the graveyard in the main monster zone. Then its effect, you know, you get to special summon as well. And then honestly, the most interactive of all the fusions is definitely Alkahest. Excuse me, guys. Alkahest is really good. It's very underestimated, but its Snatch Steal ability is very resourceful. It interrupts plays. It can be a major threat against a lot of these decks. Especially taking like a Lilybell to stop the Firewall TK, or taking the Firewall itself. I find that whatever monster matters the most, That's what it takes. And it also plays around Ray because it can take the Ray and equip the Ray to it. Like, or even it can, well, I'm sorry, you know, it doesn't even play around Ray. Because I think Ray says if it leaves the field, period. So, like, yeah, you would have to basically try to take Ray. And that can force them to tag out, I guess. But no, I guess it doesn't play around Ray. My fault. I think it says, like, Ray's, like, when it leaves the field, you special summon her. Yeah, I think that's how Ray works. But it does play around cards that cannot be destroyed by card effects because he doesn't actually care. He just equips it to him and then gains the stats. And something that never really comes up, but you can, using his monster effect, you can use the monster that he takes as a fusion material. That's never happened for me before, but it's a possibility. And then we have the Vortex and the Absolute, just kind of like a package deal. And here's the XYZs. So you have Absolute, you have Naruto, you have the Infinity, and the Nova. You have Totem Bird because the Majespecter engine allows you to make that. And then we have Don Dragster. So when you go into your extra deck, for the most part, you're really just making negators. I feel like this card is just aggressive. This is for the pushes. This card keeps your engine live, and it can also play through disruption, which is really good. These are just facilitators. These are going to start your engine. And these cards are what you're always making. Like every turn one, you're making 2 to 3 of these out of your extra deck. And this one is a lot easier to make. You can finish your board off pretty decent and then flip your full Metalfoes fusion on your opponent's turn whenever you're ready and make Alkeist. So that concludes the deck profile, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I apologize that my voice is kind of off. My throat is really like itchy and not feeling too well right now. But yeah, God bless you guys. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Stay tuned for future content. Y'all have a beautiful day, all right? And stay tuned for the Burning Abyss update because I haven't updated that deck in a while. And I'm going to be doing that very soon. But peace out, y'all.